good way to get started on it, and then you can just import it into, Curriculog.
Okay.
We do have, I did provide like, template other kind of forms that you can use. And then if you want other templates, I could share those with you too. Did I share with you a roadmap template by any chance?
No, you just
Okay.
sent us the guideline, I think long time ago,
Yeah, I did.
updates. Yeah.
I just don't remember if the roadmap template is in those guidelines or not. And if they're not, I should probably add them in.
At the bottom, you have a student application template. But if
Okay.
we can have access to the one online, we can just go in and fill it out. That would be nice.
Okay, yeah, so I could give it to you. So you have it, you know what I'll do right now? I'll reply to the email and I'll just.
Because what I have is the PDF.
The PDF document.
That you sent long time ago. Jen she already have experience with this. She's shaking her head. She's going to be guiding us too.
Are you saying me or Jeremy?
I'm saying you, Jen.
Oh, okay. No, so actually in our office, and Dina, I'm sure you're like all of our other programs, but specifically for me and my majors, I still haven't gotten a chance to work with a blended program. So this will be my first time. I know obviously in terms of like the admission process and everything, most of the department has taken on that responsibility. And so really in our office, it's more of just like guiding them, in terms of if they're interested and, who the next steps would be. But I'm mostly here just to make sure like it makes sense for undergraduate students and, in terms of when they would apply and units and all that good stuff. So.
Okay. Thanks, Jen.
I do have a question, just a quick one. With this blended program, I know with some of our other programs, if the students don't start with us as, can you hear me? Okay. If your students don't start with us as freshmen, if they transfer over from a community college where they've already done 2 years worth of work, will they still be able to get the classes in they need for the blended program?
So the caveat is that in order for the class to double count, they must be completed at Cal State Long Beach. So if they come in with courses that through your articulation automatically count towards certain courses, then they wouldn't double count. But that shouldn't happen anyway, because your courses should only be like 400 level anyway. So they shouldn't be coming in with those.
Okay, super. Thank you.
Good.
And I think each major has like a different designation of when they should apply. So that's something that y'all would want to consider, right? And especially if you're going to include transfers in that, is like at what unit count does it make sense for them to apply? Most of the time, our students have to be declared by the time they earn 60 units, but I know some of our programs are like, oh no, you can only apply in your last semester. I think nutrition is like that. So it just really depends on where it makes sense for y'all, unless there's other requirements that I don't know about with that.
Yeah, I mean, they have to be at the minimum is 60 units. So they can't apply prior to having 60 units to be part of part of your Beach Edge program. So it's really like that would be the minimum. And then you can set up other minimums. So obviously, because Title V requires undergraduate GPA of 2.5 to be admitted into a master's program, that is what our policy is. But a lot of other programs have higher GPA requirements, which you are allowed to do. Some programs even have like, they need to get a certain grade in a particular class, right? Because they feel like that class is really an indicator of success at the graduate level. And so that's something you can also, do. And then some have, and the other thing is about when they apply. So some have rolling admissions, they could apply at any time. And then some have like, no, we have a set deadline about when they can apply.
Okay.
So, Dina, I have a question about this because I'm familiar with a 4+1 program at Cal Poly, for example, right? Because my kids going through that process, right? So
Mhm.
usually they chose to have +1 is when they finishing their bachelor. It's not, you know, they want blended since they transfer or something like that. So it's kind of like down the road. They have some kind of like, you know, path, I guess, to add just one more year to get the master's degree. But in our pitch ads, I guess, is it starting from the matriculated to the university? Is it our decision to do it, or
Yeah, so they
how is it? Mhm.
yeah, so the student has to have accumulated 60 units already,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
So if that is the case, then in theory, there'll be 1 year, right? So at the 60 unit mark, what they are starting their junior year, right? If this is a 4-year student, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they're starting their junior year at 60, and then
Right.
they finish their bachelor's in that year, and then that next year, so that's the 4th year, right, they would be starting that the part of their master's program in their 4th year while they're a bachelor student, and then that extra year, that 5th year, is when they do only master's classes and they get the master's degree. So it's very similar, right? You have the 4 years. So you have
Mhm.
first 2, freshman year, sophomore year, junior year is when you
Mhm.
apply. You start the program in your 4th year, and then that last year you get your master's. Does that
I
make
see.
sense?
So you actually
Cool.
start earlier. You start earlier.
You apply earlier.
Yeah, you apply earlier. I see. Okay. Yeah, because in other
Yeah.
school they're not. I remember my kids apply to the, you know, +1 is when almost finished the bachelor.
Yeah.
So I guess there's a path to do so. But
Yeah,
okay.
so I think that it's a few things for us, right? I think one, very few of our students finish in 4 years. Right, so that's the one issue. The second issue is a lot of our programs, you know, you don't apply and then start right away, right? Tends to be like, and not many, and some programs, their master's programs are cohorted. So some of them don't have, so if you apply in fall, you really couldn't start in spring because of a cohort issue. And so you would start that following fall. So there's a lot of
Right.
reasons why it tends to be that way. And it's, the other thing is that, you know, very few of our students take 15 units, right? Any semester, so.
But I think more recently we have, you know, Jen can testify on this. I think more students will want to take more than 15, right, Jen? We have a few in our program actually finishing in 3.5 years, right? So it's some of them really fast. They want to finish because they take summer classes, winter classes. They want to get out quicker. So
Well, then that's
probably,
fantastic. Then they can get
yeah.
their, you know, master's even quicker.
Mhm.
I mean, this is even better for them. You know,
Right, right.
it really is a 4+1.
Okay.
How is the double counting of, like, how was it identifying the classes that would double count?
We talked yesterday. I mean, me and Henry talked about it, the double counting, and I think we will be able to double count. How many
5 classes, 5.
Because we are a 45 unit master's degree program. So we identify 15 units that actually could be double counted.
But you can
So
only maximum double count 12.
Oh, too bad.
We just take one out. You know, we
I mean, the
identify
other option is
15.
you
Yeah.
can say, you can pick, you know, one of
Yeah.
these 4, right? One of these 5, 4
One
of
of the
these
5,
classes.
yeah, for this class, yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes
4 of
sense.
these 5
Early,
classes.
it makes sense, yeah. Even if we identify 6, we can say you can
Mhm.
pick 4 of these 6. Now that we have 2 different options for healthcare data analytics, you know, we can say you can identify this 4 if you are that option. If you're at risk management safety, you can identify different courses to match. So that would be much even better. Right, Jeremy?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
We identified some courses yesterday, and I said that now that we have 2 new options coming up in the fall, we can also have different courses identified in data analytics options that student can take any of these courses to count towards 4+1 in order to get to their master's program right away. So it won't be the same thing for the program as a whole. It will be different courses for different options in the department.
Yeah, I'm happy to kind of
Yeah,
realign
yeah.
the work that we're doing with data analytics courses to support this.
Yeah.
I think we need to work with Jen closely, I think, about what classes could be.
Sure, well, she's always
You can't do.
So just so you know, but I've been working with enrollment services now for a year to get them to build out. It's been a nightmare, to be honest, to build out the degree planner. And so for the blended, and so so you have to be really specific on the courses that double count, because a degree planner in PeopleSoft needs to demonstrate that this course double counts for this double counts. So as long as you list specifically those courses, you'll be fine, but you have to really outline what those are in advance.
okay. We are ready. We just have to complete the form and push it forward.
Yeah, and if you have any questions about it,
Yeah.
please let me know. I'm gonna put in Word docs for y'all, so you have
Thank you.
everything in a Word doc.
Jennifer, it's done deal. We're doing it. What do you think? Go for it, right?
Yes, I think you have to do it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think you have to do it. So I don't know why everyone isn't doing it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, right? It's a great way to grow it's a great way to grow both your programs, right?
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, I'll get that degree because I can get 2 of these things, number one. And then you can grow your grad program because you'll have more students, right? So it's all.
Yeah, in the past, few of my colleagues were talking about more work. Is it more work? Then I couldn't figure out why it's really more work. Really, it's not, it's not that tedious for us not to be able to do. So we just didn't do it. I think it's a great thing for our incoming students. And
No,
this
it's
will
great.
really, really help our program. Now that we are going through new changes, this is the first time that we can really do this.
Excellent.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, no, you're welcome. Let me know if you have any other questions as
Okay.
you're going through it. I'm here.
Okay, before we let you go, Jen, do you have any more question for Dina?
No, I think the rest will just be kind of internal, just making sure that
Okay.
it all makes sense for us in terms of like the
Okay,
admissions and what GPA. So whenever y'all have that, if you don't mind sharing it
we'll
with me, that would
run
be
it
helpful.
through you.
Mhm.
We got it. Okay, good. Linda, any question? Okay, Jeremy, are we ready? Are we ready to do this?
Yeah.
I
Ellie,
think you're
are we
all
ready to do
ready.
this?
Honestly, I think you're all ready.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll be expecting the.
I'm
Oh,
doing it
yeah.
right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Thank you. See you
Okay.
soon. Okay, bye.
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 We should continue the discussion a little bit, Henry, because if you want to do it ASAP, so we need to.
Yeah, we're gonna, because start in the fall, I want to push this. I want to be on the agenda, just like we are doing for the courses, those kind of things. And the earlier, the better. If we are the one to be on the agenda when it first started, make things go by quickly. That strategy has been working for us so far. So, and once she sent, I don't know if she's going to send a form to all of us, but once she sent it to me, I will start to fill it out, then send it to you guys, and we go from there. Right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Linda and Jeremy, yesterday we talking about several courses that could be double counted, and let me know what you think about it, right? So we're talking about 300 could be double counted with 502, which is our intro class. And then 312 could be double counted with our 510, which is the personnel, human resources management class. And then 410 with our 505, which is org psych, right? Organizational class, you know the title. And then population health class, which is 428 and 528. And we're talking about marketing, but since we only allowed to have 4, right? I mean, but we can list them because student can choose, right, Henry? So student can choose. So we can also put marketing as one of the class that could be double counted, which is 353 and 530. But of course, we will ask the course coordinator whether that's appropriate or not. Right?
I think it's fine.
So
for
that's so far
marketing.
what we are thinking. Yeah, because other classes that heavy loaded, like for example the info system class, I don't think we want them to just skip 416 and jump into 517. So advanced info system, right? And then finance is also tough class, right? So we don't want them to jump from no finance to advanced finance class, right? So everything is we think the harder class, we don't want them to double count because they need to take it twice. They need to they need to know more about that stuff. So that's kind of like our first thinking about doing this blended. So we have some room there. And then Henry today asking adding the elective, it could be added as an option for double counted, right? Because we already did it. Like for example, for 19 or for 20, right, Jeremy, we can count them as graduate credit for the elective for 19 and for 20. We also have already double counted, not double counted, but we can allow our graduate student to take it, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of like makes sense, right? If we can give that option as a double counted courses. And then for the risk class, we need to decide which class that could be double counted as well, right? So I think it will be attractive, I think.
I think so too. I think so.
Yeah. In my experience, with blended program, my own personal experience with my kid, I guess is good because it's just giving you more faster route to finish the degree, right? So but at the same time make sure that they're really actually ready to have that master level, right? So it's not like just for everyone, right? Because giving out master's degree, if they're not having qualification as master's student, I think they will be in problem finding job. I think that's the scary part here. Our master's degree, so now we need to think about job for them, right? So yesterday again, me and Henry talking a lot about accreditation, and one of the big criteria for the graduate program is job, whether they're actually employed or not. So that's why if we have blended program, I think we graduate them with master's degree, right? So it means employment is the indicator of success for that degree. So, and we need to check if, do you want to check with Kami as well, Henry, if we do this? Because we are, is it going to be part of accreditation, our blended, or no?
Well,
Or could be no.
Yeah, we can discuss with them.
Right.
Yeah. I met with Chris and I met with Chris this morning, and we were discussing a few other things. Yeah, and and Danny Gentry. They were part of the
Mm.
7 o'clock meeting this morning. You know, we were going through
Oh,
the Alabama
they
program
created
too,
though. Yeah.
and they are open to new ideas, and
Okay. But
they are not
okay.
stopping. They are not stopping programs to do whatever they wanted to do. You know, they are
We
just
need
glad
to
that
check with Anthony and Eric Brito.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this is college. This is university stuff. You know, the campus agenda. So if this is what is going on campus and we're incorporating it into our program, it's not going to be an issue with CAMI or AUPH.
Right, because now we have
But,
accreditation, right? So our
Yeah,
undergraduate is with AUPHA and
Yeah.
then graduate with CAMI. If we have blended, so who's our accrediting body here, right? So
well, blended
they're
is
not-
within
working
a
together yet.
curriculum. You know, blended is within a curriculum. It's within the courses. You know, it's not from one different program to another. It's within the curriculum that we have. So we are just providing an avenue for students to graduate quickly. So if we can find a way to allow students to graduate quickly, I think it's also good. You know, that's something that the accreditation body would love to see. You know,
Right.
but at the same
probably
time, I will
right?
send a memo. I will send a memo to CAMI and AUPHA, the new development department, and
Right.
let them get blessings, give us blessing, just like we did when we are changing name and option. You know, we met with Dan, myself, and Linda, and some other people, and discuss what we're doing, and they were very excited. I think it's going to be the same thing too, just by giving them heads up that this is the new development
For me,
in our program.
yeah, I'm seeing this as a positive thing because in the
Yeah.
past, AUPHA and CAMI are not collaborating.
Yeah.
So with the blended, they need to collaborate, right? So with the blended, they will need to work together.
Well, they have already
So-
started. You're right. This is good. Yeah. They said that at the conference too.
Right.
Yeah, this is we were excited that they're now working together. So, which is great.
Yeah.
Good. So let's take a step at a time and see what happens. What's going on through your mind, Jeremy? I know you're always busy. You're doing 20 things at the same time.
What you're discussing are conversations I haven't been part of before, so I think it's interesting on how these accrediting like agencies, how we've kind of done business with them in the past. I would agree that it would make sense there's an opportunity for them to work closer together based on what we're proposing. But I personally haven't worked with them, so I'm just curious to know what their thoughts will be or their impression.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope you will join my accreditation team committee, and so that we'll continue to blend you in, and it will make it much easier for you for sure when you are leading. So I will encourage you to join the committee. You saw my email this morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So great. Thank you, guys. Anything else,
Lisa,
boss?
when is our
Anything else?
vacation, Lisa? When is our vacation?
Right.
The qualification.
He's asking to us for us to work again. See,
I
you don't
hear.
give us a chance to relax.
I will have to have a special meeting again with Jeremy so that we can come up with qualification for this committee. this got to be guys' thing. We cannot allow you ladies to get involved because you will mess things up for us.
So do we need to get?
Go
do we
ahead
need
on.
to
We're not jealous.
continue on? We can go, right, Linda?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We're not the least bit jealous.
Oh my. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Thank you all.
Okay, so
So
yeah,
we,
so more to come.
yeah, more to come. We get in touch
Mhm,
and
mhm.
we talk. So
Sounds good. Yes.
So Jeremy, I saw that puppy
let
over
me let
there
you go.
trying to get you to play, so I think he's waiting anxiously.
Yeah,
So
he's
cute.
Uh,
All
Bear is
right.
trying to be in a meeting. Okay.
Y'all have a good
Oh,
day.
have a good day, guys. Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.